Hey guys, I'm Awesome Plush Productions and welcome back to another video. So today, we are going to be ranking every Five Nights at Freddy's plush wave from worst to best. So before we start, make sure to click the subscribe button because only a small percentage of you guys watching are actually subscribed. Whoa. So, it would really help if you could subscribe and you could always change your mind later. I promise my content will not disappoint. Anyway, let's start with number 10. So, on number 10, this is the only one that I'm using Google Images to showcase the plushes, because on this one, I don't have any on this wave for one simple reason. Because I'm just not that interested in collecting any of them. Except for Chocolate Bonnie, but I haven't gotten him yet, because I couldn't get him in stock for quite a while, though I will definitely try to get him soon. Aside from Chocolate Bonnie, these are all so freaking lazy. They're literally recolors of recolors. Are you serious, Funko? For this wave, you could have just made other FNAF AR characters, because Chocolate Bonnie was in this wave. There are plenty other FNAF AR characters that people love, like, I don't know, 8-Bit Baby, Radioactive Foxy, Clown Springtrap, so many amazing choices, and you literally had to go with recolors of recolors. Even says FNAF AR on the freaking tag! Are you kidding me? Sorry for my little rant there. And Chocolate Bonnie is the only one that I'm actually looking forward to collecting, because he's not just a recolor, and I really like Chocolate Bonnie. I don't have his plush suit or anything, but I still really love him. So, on number 9, we have Wave 7, the Security Breach plushes. Now, the only one I have is Glamrock Freddy, but I will definitely try to get the others soon. And only because I want to get to support Security Breach, not for the plushies themselves, because these are pretty bad for a number of reasons. Except for Monty and Glamrock Chica. Those guys have some charm. And it's just that there's way, and I mean way too much printing on the darn thing. They even printed the freaking bow tie on Glamrock Freddy. I mean, they attached the bow tie for Vanny, but couldn't for Glamrock Freddy? What the frick? And also, one more thing. These literally spoiled the game back in 2020. Because Scott and the fans didn't want the footage for Security Breach to be leaked. And they leaked it. Big oof, Funko. We all thought you were gonna lose the license there. Had me really on edge for a while. And most importantly, one of the things that I hate the most about this wave, aside from Funko spoiling the game, is the material used. This is like from a carnival plushie. Like, the past plushies had this really soft and cuddly material, but Security Breach, I just don't know what is up. I mean, the previous wave was the FNAF 6 wave, which was an amazing wave, and they had the soft material. We'll get to that later. But no, we just have this. Now, for number 8, we have Wave 5, the Twisted Ones wave. Now, this isn't as bad as Security Breach for a number of reasons, but it's still pretty bad. Because, I mean, the only one I have is Stanley, and what the frick is this abomination? Like, seriously? I only got it because I went to GameStop, and I was looking for FNAF plushies, and he was the only one I found. Like, I don't want to get him, but, I mean, this is what I came for. So, I just had to get Stanley. He barely appears in videos anymore for that mere reason. There's too much printing on the frickin' thing. And the wheels are really low quality. I had to sew them back on like 4 times for each wheel. And also, all the plushies just look really uncanny. I mean, yes, they are supposed to be simplified versions, but even the original designs for the Twisted Ones are still pretty good. Plus, they made Twisted Chica in this wave, and she doesn't even exist. Seriously, Funko? So, overall, this wave is at least better than Security Breach, but a lot of them look really bad except for Theodore and Twisted Wolf. I do want to get those two, because those actually look really good. But, yeah, Twisted One's wave was an awful wave. So, taking our number 7 rank is what the Spring Colorway was based on, the Blacklights. Now, these are pretty lazy, because they are just Blacklight recolors, but unlike the Spring Colorway plushies, they actually have really appealing colors. They're bright and vibrant, which is the main reason why I got all 6 of them. I'm just showing off these 3, because these are, in my opinion, my favorite plushes from this wave. Cupcake, I'm going to make the leader of the Blacklights in the future. They will be more utilized as the series goes on. Blue Freddy is my absolute favorite. That's why I made him kind of the really smart one. And then Purple Foxy. A lot of people like Green Foxy, but I actually like Purple Foxy out of all the Foxies in this wave. So, yes, these are recolors, but in addition to their cool color scheme, they do also react in the black light really well. Yes, the other plushies, some of them do react in the black light, but it's unintentionally. Here it is pretty cool. And there's also a Balloon Boy plush released in this wave, which is the sole reason why I can't complete this frickin' wave, because stupid resellers. Like, do you see how much money BB goes for? I even put him in S tier in my tier list video, because he just looks really cool. For our number 6 spot, we have the Sister Location wave. Now, these aren't exactly terrible, but they did go a bit downhill in terms of quality for the Fnaf plushies. Same with the Twisted Ones wave until the quality was eventually saved by wave 6, and then plummeted back down with the Security Breach wave, and then went back up again with the random exclusives that they released. So, fun fact, Funtime Freddy and Funtime Foxy were the first 2 Fnaf plushies I ever got. It's just that there's a lot of printing on these, and those eyes for Funtime Freddy. Although I really like Funtime Freddy's plush, those eyes just staring at me look a bit unnatural. Looks kind of creepy to me. And then Bonbon, while it is pretty innovative how they actually add Bonbon onto his hand, it would have been way cooler if there was a way for like him to detach, similar to what Sanchi did with the cupcake. Of course, Funko would have to cover it up somehow when it's in stores so that toxic people don't steal Bonbon, kind of like they did with the Butters on Exotic Butters, which make no sense. Why would make a plush of a stupid meme? It's just that Bonbon is all printing. There's no detail on his ears, even. Even the face is printed on. Really, Funko? And then another thing. This new style for some of them, I don't mind the style too much. I mean, it doesn't really work that much for Circus Baby, considering how thick she is in-game. But I do like how it's kind of Funko's own design when it comes to plushies, because we already got some Funko plushies in this style. Oh yeah, I got this Beetlejuice in 2021. You might see him in a video on my second channel. I really like this guy. So yeah, not a terrible wave overall, but you can notice that the quality did kind of go downhill a bit. So I might get a bit of backlash for this, but on my number 5 spot, I have Wave 1. I'm saying this because people consider Wave 1 to be the greatest wave of all time. So I'm just going to lock my door for a few days so that I don't get attacked, and pray that I don't get doxxed on Instagram, because apparently having a different opinion on the internet is the equivalent of being Satan. But anyway, Wave 1 is still a pretty good wave. I mean, the designs were kind of stolen from Sanchi, but then again, both companies base their plushies off the in-game plushies. And there are a few duds like Cheetah and Shadow Freddy, because Funko just saved some money there by not making him accurate to the game. And Toy Freddy, I got the restock a few days ago. The color's pretty inaccurate, but I guess he looks fine. It's just that one of my main problems with this wave is that when comparing it to later waves where they start to look like legendary, in my opinion, it just didn't age too well. Especially considering that a lot of the Wave 1 plushies had these little flappy eyebrows, something that even Sanchi was guilty of, which was good because Funko phased those out and sewn on the eyebrows instead. And the only ones that have the flappy eyebrows are the Black Lights and Spring colorways, because they are recolors, and Freddy Frostbear, and that's because he's a recolor with a few things added, but that's because it makes sense there since he's just a in-game replica of Freddy. So yeah, that's Wave 1. Don't kill me, please. So for number 4, we have Wave 9, the most recent wave. Some could argue by saying that the Blacklight Security Breach characters are a wave, but they're just 4 exclusives that were released randomly. Probably to promote Security Breach. Anyway, I really do like the styles of these guys. So, funny thing, when I ordered these on Walmart, I literally had to cancel them about a week ago because of stock issues. Was a bit irritating, but I mean, it's not entirely Funko's fault. Anyway, styles on these plushies are pretty interesting, like Dreadbear. Don't ask why I said Fredbear, because I don't know. I like how he has a lot of his tears embroidered in there, because it literally looks like something out of Wave 2. The only printing he has is on his leg, and those stitches, in my opinion, don't look great. If if you want to know my full opinion on the Stitches, then I did a review on the Curse of Dreadbear plushies. Then, Captain Foxy was a great exclusive to this wave. I don't know why they did him. I think they should have picked someone else like Glitch Trap, but other than that, he looks pretty spot on. I love him. And the Jackos and Grim Foxy are mostly printing all around, but Funko is definitely getting a lot better with that since they are balancing out the printing with the embroidering, which feels a lot better. It isn't bad to do printing every once in a while, but I don't think it should be all printing. Thankfully, it's nowhere as bad as the Sister Location, Security Breach, or Twisted Ones waves. So, this was a great wave in my opinion. Definitely saved the plushies, if you know what I mean, because wave 8 and 7 were pretty bad. This was a great way to bring them back. So, up next, for number 3, we have Wave 6 FNAF 6. So, I have almost all the retail characters in this wave. I'm only missing Pigpatch and Orville, but I will try to get them soon. Happy Frog and Mr. Hippo are going for a lot of money. But anyway, let's go on my opinion on why these are the third best FNAF plushies. Because one thing right off the bat, the last 3 waves were because Sister Location was so were the Blacklights, and the Twisted Ones was at the bottom of the list, as you might have remembered earlier. So this was definitely a good way to save the plushies before they got cursed by Security Breach and Spring Colorway before Dreadbear finally brought them back to their good selves. One thing off the bat is they are definitely getting a lot better with the printing, because on all 3 of the plushies I have here, the printing is kept to a minimum. Rockstar Foxy's Parrot does have printing, but I guess it's fine there because the beak would be pretty awkward on a small bird. And same thing with the little joints, because if they embroidered this one in, it would be kind of smushed in with the peg leg. And the buttons, I don't know why they didn't embroider the buttons, considering that they did embroider them for Toy Freddy, who was in a previous wave. And El-Chip is one of the best examples of little to no printing, as the only printing he has is on his hat. So yeah, I really love this style of plushies, and I hope that they keep doing them later on, because this style honestly looks kind of futuristic, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this was definitely an amazing wave. I love it. Now, for the runner-up for the best FNAF plush wave of all time, we have Wave 2 on number 2. Simply because the styles here are just so different from one another. It's hard to believe that they all came from the same wave, to be honest, because, I mean, this is just a cupcake, Toy Chica's cupcake, and this has a different material for the face, which is interesting, and all the embroidering add-on here for the tears is really innovative, and some people don't like the nightmare teeth, but, I mean, I can't imagine them looking any better than this, so I guess the nightmare teeth are fine. And yes, there are plenty of inaccuracies, because, like, the color should be darker, and Nightmare Freddy should have his other ear torn, which is why it's not exactly flawless, but, I mean, this is still an amazing wave. I have 3 of the retail characters. I'm missing Toy Chica, Nightmare Foxy, and Springtrap. I just realized my Springtrap was bootleg, so I made him in the Scrap Trap, and I'm currently trying to get another one. So yeah, Nightmare Foxy and Toy Chica are sold for pretty decent prices, so I'll be able to get them. So yeah, I like this wave overall just because of the different styles used for each one, and how fun it was to collect each one since there were so many. I ordered all mine online, but for other people it was really fun to collect, so yeah. Okay, so this might not really be a wave, but Funko's random releases of FNAF Plush are just amazing, because while people are waiting for their waves, they get to have a few other characters, which is nice. And there are a few duds like Phantom Balloon Boy. I'd say Phantom Balloon Boy is kind of a dud, because, well, it would make sense that he's a recolored Balloon Boy, since Phantom Balloon Boy is just a recolored Balloon Boy in-game. We're back to the Security Breach fabric, and he should have burn marks on his body, so other than that, he's pretty cool. I wouldn't say he's perfect, though, but for the others, I am definitely trying to get the other random releases. I'm not going to make any effort to get Security Puppet, though, because, I mean, he's freaking expensive. Anyway, there are some really good ones. Like, the first random release that we got was Candy Cadet, which was a decent addition. A lot of people hated this one just because there was a lot of printing, but I don't know. I think it's alright, because, yes, there are no details on the back arms, and there is a lot of printing, but it's definitely one of Funko's most accurate plushes to date. And the one that came after that, Spring Bonnie, is one of the best FNAF plushies to ever exist, if not the best. Because, rather than just being a recolor Bonnie, they went for their own design. I can definitely see the FNAF 6 style plushies here. So, and I love the FNAF 6 style, and yes, there is a bit of printing on the eyebrows, but I guess that's fine, because it's better than those flappy ones. And the buttons are printed. I don't know why, but other than that, I really love this one.